arthritis was, how it would impact my life, or the struggles I'd have to face. I could only feel the pain and fear as I saw my joints deforming. I felt uglier and less loved by the day. I didn't speak up for myself, and I wasn't one to make waves. I was a mouse. At the age of 50, I discovered my voice. I have progressed to the point you see today. A woman who is able to speak for herself and for those who can't. Because despite my struggles, I held on to one goal, to retain my independence. My greatest fear was ending up in a wheelchair. Yet here I am, still functioning, still contributing, and still independent, with qualifiers. My independence relies on a number of supports. I value the county action bus that transports me. I advocated for the bus years before I even needed it. It isn't perfect. I have to schedule well in advance. I've had to sacrifice punctuality, something very precious to me, but I understand others are relying on that same bus, and it's not always available as I would like it to be. I value the support of the community, and especially the invaluable help of the Golden Circle in Red Deer. I rely on them to access grocery delivery, housekeeping, and yard work services. They are valuable services, and access is hassle-free. I'm treated with respect. Critically, I need the support of home care to remain in my own home. My condition requires daily pain medication, which I can no longer give to myself. It allows me to sleep and function the next day. Yet most of the past 2 years has been an exhausting battle to have my needs met at the correct time. Imagine having your nighttime medication scheduled for 5:15 because it suits the schedule of the home care providers. Imagine decisions are made without once consulting you, the patient. Imagine that decision is only revisited when a caregiver finds you in excruciating pain and goes to bat for you. It's as if your voice, your needs, your knowledge of your own body and has no value unless verified by a professional. My battle with home care has recently been resolved by the transfer to a new agency, but it has left scars. Scars of unnecessary pain. Scars of being ignored by the very people I am reliant on for care. Scars of being bullied and of having my needs disrespected. I have asked myself many times, and I ask you, where was the demonstration of the Alberta Health Services Code of Conduct principles to treat people with respect, compassion, dignity, and respect, which include being sensitive to the unique needs of individuals? Sorry. I also ask, is it right that on top of the challenge of dealing with constant pain and limited mobility, I also have to spend time and energy fighting for adequate care? Before I agreed to go to the new agency, I demanded a meeting with the old agency supervisors in my home with someone of my choosing present. I wanted them to see Linda, her distorted body, her limited mobility, and yet her hard fight for independence. I wanted them to see, to listen, and to remember, I am a person. I hope by taking a stand, it will make them think twice about how they treat others, especially those more vulnerable than I am. or don't have the voice that I have finally learnt to use. Living in pain has taught me to be caring and compassionate. I deserve to be treated with care, compassion, dignity and respect. If I could change my world to suit me better, what would I wish for? I'd wish I didn't have to fight for my unique needs to be met, that I could trust that systems would be in place for when I need them. I'd wish for more flexible transportation that wouldn't require me to book everything 2 weeks in advance. I'd be punctual again. I'd have the freedom to enjoy what is left of my life and more time to help others. I'd wish that my strength and effort could be put towards encouraging others to find their voice. I'd wish for not having to worry about my future. That alone would be huge. If things don't change, I'm afraid as I age, I'll be unable to continue to fight physically and emotionally for my needs. With no family, I will need someone to advocate for me and a system that is easily accessible. If there's nothing in place, where will I end up? What will happen to me? Will I just give up? Simple changes would make a difference. Listen to me. Consult with me before making changes to my world. Look at me as a whole person, taking into account my social life and my volunteering responsibility. They are important to me and vital to my continued well-being. Work with me, not against me. Acknowledge that I know my body better than you do. I live in it every day. Even one of these changes would have a huge impact on my quality of life if you would only listen. Thank you for listening to my journey.